The Bitcoin money rotation just started over again, and every single time we saw this signal flashing, Bitcoin exponentially moved towards the upside. Whales are still massively accumulating long positions over on Bitfinex, but the really interesting part is every single time we put in a high like this, Bitcoin was tend to move further towards the upside afterwards. The markets are still very slow, but something is developing, and this is how I'm gonna play into that move. We will dive into that and way more in today's video, but first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X and of course subscribe over on my YouTube channel. And we will dive right away into the charts for now, because what we can see is this is the Bitcoin chart with the gold chart below. Bitcoin is orange, gold is yellow of course, but a really interesting fact here is when we saw gold rallying towards the upside, set in a new high or a new all-time high, we saw people taking profits of gold, which is pretty normal of course. That's also the reason why gold ranged afterwards for a few years. But an interesting fact is, if we look at the history, when gold put in a new high, a new all-time high, and was ranging, that was the exact moment when Bitcoin rallied towards the upside. So with that theory, it could be that all the money from gold is moving back in Bitcoin. We are not only seeing that in 2016, but we also have seen it in 2021. Gold rallied towards the upside, put in a new all-time high, was ranging afterwards. And after that, when gold put in a new all-time high, Bitcoin started to rally towards the upside. So also here the money was rotating from gold back in Bitcoin, and that is the reason why Bitcoin pumped. Right here we have seen it before, but right now we are seeing a really interesting fact once again, because gold is rallying towards the upside, and we put in all-time high after all-time high. But historical speaking, after all-time high, gold will range for a few years, and that is the exact moment Bitcoin started to move towards the upside. So for now, I'm not saying with this chart that all the money will flow into Bitcoin back again, but if gold just can range above here and just slow down the up move and range here, that is probably the moment, and that will be in 2026, when all the money is flowing back in Bitcoin. And the moves we have seen in the past aren't small moves here. The first signal we have seen here was approximately a 7,000%. The second move we have been seeing here was approximately 500%. And right now we are seeing that same setup forming once again. And the move that will come from this money rotation isn't small here. For now, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin will pump in the upcoming weeks here, but for the longer term, this is a really bullish chart, and I can't get this chart out of my head because things are looking really good if you look at this chart. Also, something what is really bullish is what we can see here. We have the Bitfinex long chart at the lower side of the chart here and the Bitcoin price above, of course. But what we are seeing here is that we hit new levels, new highs on this chart. We have seen this level for the last time in February 2024. After that, Bitcoin pumped approximately 50% towards the upside. But the only other signals here we have had just a high Bitfinex longs chart was right over here in October 2024. After that, Bitcoin exploded 80% towards the upside. Right over here in April 2025, we saw such high levels on the Bitfinex long chart, and Bitcoin pumped 55% towards the upside. But just imagine, we have seen those two moves happening here in 2024 and 2025 once again, with these levels. But right now, the levels of the Bitfinex long chart are even higher. That means that there are more whales, that there is more money put in long positions than we have seen before. And this move could be very brutal towards the upside, because if everyone is massively long in the market and all the retail has been taken out, the next move is massive. these are not small investors that are investing in a small position. These are whales, market makers, and historical speaking, these levels for the Bitfinex long chart will start a major move towards the upside for Bitcoin. Also, what we can see, if we look at this on-chain data, we can see that whales are flipping long on Bitcoin once again, and not in a small tempo. We're seeing in a really rapid tempo that the Bitcoin whales are increasing, and this is massive, and this is also why this chart is so important. And also here with the on-chain data, we just can see that whales are massively accumulating Bitcoin, and this is a massive sign because these people know things. These people will start the next move for Bitcoin. Of course, the markets are really slow right now, but like I said, my theory is that we will keep below the yearly low for this year. But January, February, they are accumulating for the next leg towards the upside, and I think Q1 will be very bullish for Bitcoin and for the whole crypto market. For now, like I said, the markets are really slow. Also, I've been saying it for a while here, I'm not trading this price action right now because the volume is just too low, the liquidity is just too low. But what I'm seeing here is that price is grinding towards the upside, and this is the perfect thing to make liquidity on the lower side and take that out. So for now, I think on Monday we will easily take this out, this liquidity out, and maybe get supported by the zone, lower zone once again. Or if we break down, I'm looking for a trade in the blue zones here. Why the blue zones? It are not really resistance or support zones, but the liquidity is laying above this range. So the liquidity is not laying right over here, but above the highs, because there are all the stop losses, take profits, etc. So that is what I am expecting, that if we see a liquidity grab in the blue zones, that is where I'm opening up positions here. For now, nothing to really put in a trade-off. Markets are really slow, and it probably will be so slow with the first week of January, and after that I expect fireworks for Bitcoin. Also, if something develops in the market, setups are forming, I'm opening up trades, I will keep you posted over on my X page and in my free Telegram group, the first link in the description. So please make sure to follow me over on X and sign up in the free Telegram group here, and you would miss not a single move in the market once again. And of course, I'm taking my trades over on WeX, and we had a giveaway here that if we hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, WeX will give away 1000 USDT trading bonus to one of you guys, and we just hit the 500 subscribers. So we are giving away the 1000 USDT trading bonus, and you can still participate. The only thing you need to do is subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video, and sign up on WeX through the second link in the description. If you did so, you are participating in this giveaway for a 1000 USDT trading bonus. Also, there will be another video where you need to put your UID in the reactions, and with that we are checking everything. So everything is fair, and we will check if you're a subscriber and you sign up on WeX through the link in the description with that. And if you trade at 1000 USDT, with my signals, you could easily make a few $1,000s in January, which is massive, of course, and a great way to start the new year. Also, right here, if you look at the long liquidation dominance, we can see an interesting fact. Because traders keep longing every single dip with leverage, and every single time they get wiped out right away. And this is usually not where a real bottom is made, because these orders, these long positions don't push the price higher. It is just liquidity for the market makers to just make another leg towards the downside. What a real bottom usually forms is when longs give up. Nobody wants to long the market. Everyone is scared and flips short. And right now we are still seeing that everyone is still long in the market and still bullish. So this is something I'm keeping aware of, because this is usually not where we want to see a bottom getting formed. Of course, we can see a reaction towards the upside, but I really think that maybe this week or in the first week of January, we can swipe these lows. And I think if we look at this on-chain data, everyone will flip bearish afterwards. And nobody wants to longs that dip. And that is exactly where the next leg towards the upside starts for Bitcoin. But with that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something throughout the day in crypto. And I would really appreciate you guys to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video. And I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.